Hey guys, it's going to be a quick one today. I've got to work early, so I don't really have a lot of time, but just wanted to go over the last three games I didn't cover in the week previews. First of all, on screen here, I've got Alabama, Fresno State. I was looking at the matchups, and it looked like Fresno State was going to give Alabama a run for their money, but then Thursday Night Football produced some pretty decent results for the Crimson Tide. Got a big game from Gus Edwards at running back, 62 yards, a couple of touchdowns. He scored 6.56 fantasy points. That's going to help Alabama a lot. They could get their seventh win of the week, or the season, by the way. So this is a huge game for them. And Fresno State, a very beatable team. One problem for Alabama was their quarterback position, but now they've got Justin Fields back. So there's a good chance that they take this one and get that seventh victory. They also got a huge game from Jordan Battle, defensive back. He had 4.84 points. That will help. Logan Wilson, also a big game at linebacker with 4.8 points, 6 tackles, and 3 assists. By the way, Jordan Battle also huge on the tackle department, 10 tackles, 2 assists. I think Alabama might have win number 7 in the books. Looking at Oregon Tulane, you've got a couple of 0-10 teams. This is a fun matchup because somebody's finally going to get a victory and get off the snide. And these two teams most likely going to meet in the Sun Bowl this year. That is always the game, the last place game. That's the game where you play for the 13th pick, the good old Sun Bowl, because, well, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily want to stamp my ticket for El Paso, Texas come bowl time. No slight on El Paso. I'm sure it's a great town in some respects, but seriously, I don't know. As a bowl game, I'd rather go to Florida or California myself. Anyways, I guess it looks like Oregon, they're not going to have a quarterback. I'm going to go with Tulane in this one, and not really big results so far on Thursday Night Football, but maybe finally Hunter and his tough luck Tulane Green Tide finally get that first victory of the year. And who knows, maybe they can avoid that Sun Bowl, but I think Oregon is definitely destined for that one. Of course, they do have all these players redshirted. I think they waited until like week 3 to start redshirting those, so they might not have anything left for the early bowl games, which means they're probably going straight to the Sun Bowl. They might have a chance to win that one, though. And finally, I want to look at Maryland and Colorado. And this game so far, Colorado has a decent performance from their linebacker Patrick Queen, 9 tackles, 2 assists, 4.4 fantasy points. Joe Burrow played and scored 3.5 points. He is probably going to be out next week, I understand, with some sort of an issue. Real quick here, let's have a look. Burrow's going to miss week 12 with a wrist issue. That is the game against New Mexico, so they can almost write off their chances for that number 1 seed and an automatic bye into the Rose Bowl. I think it's a good thing he sits this game out, though, because they're going to need him more for those bowl games in the postseason, week 15 and 16, than they're going to need him right now. Unless Maryland pulls something out here against New Mexico next week, unless they have some sort of fortune in that game, it looks like they might not have a shot at the Rose Bowl after all. But going back to the box score here, Colorado with that good game by Patrick Queen combined with Joe Burrow's struggles in this week's Thursday Night Football game, I think Colorado's got this one in the bag. I think they get win number 7, and they clinch at least a tiebreak scenario and possibly a bye into, or not a bye, but a championship bid. I think, something's going to happen where we're not going to have more than 7 teams with 500 or better records. Actually, it has to be a winning record because we have a 13-game season. So we'll see, though. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to do some more in-depth videos this week. As you guys know, I'm going to be probably doing a video on Tuesday. That'll be the scoreboard show, and we'll get into some of these scenarios, schedules and stuff when we do that video. So enjoy the games tomorrow, and good luck to you in all your leagues. I'll talk to you guys soon.